What up, nerds? My name is Leslie Smith. Welcome to The Nerdy Narrative, a channel where I talk about all of the things that I read. Today I'm going to talk about the things that I have read, liked in most cases, even loved, but they gotta go. Yep, today is going to be an unhaul. I think this is only the second unhaul video I've ever done on the channel. I recently reorganized my bookcases and space has become an issue. Until I can negotiate a couple of more bookcases from my husband, I gotta make room. It's no secret I'm a book collector. Some would call me a book hoarder. So it's hard for me to let go, but here are a few that I'm going to let go today. I'm actually going to try selling them on Pango Books. Usually when I am able to part ways with a book, I'll take it to my used bookstore and trade it in on a credit. But by my calculations, that credit has gotten a little smaller. So I'm going to try a round of selling these on Pango Books and seeing if that nets a little bit more of a profit that I can turn back around into more books. It's a vicious cycle, what can I say? So let's talk about the books that I am going to say goodbye to today, starting with Motherless Brooklyn by Jonathan Latham. The reason why I am able to say goodbye to this book is its audiobook is narrated by Frank Muller, and I love Frank Muller. Any audiobook that has him as a narrator is an automatic win for me. I love this book. I absolutely will read it again, but I will do it 100% through audiobook because Frank brings this main character to life in just the best way. It's so funny. This one got me in trouble when I would be walking the dogs listening to it because I would crack up laughing. And when you're walking down the street by yourself, just walking a dog, there's no one around you, nothing's happened to make you laugh, and you're just randomly laughing, people look at you a little sideways. So that's why I'll be able to let go of this one because I do still own it on audiobook. Now, the next one I'm saying goodbye to because I didn't love it. I liked it. The more I talk about it, the more I like it, but not enough to own it. I know that I will never ever reread this one, and I wanted to keep it for nostalgia because this is the first year of the Wine and Crime Book Club, and this was a selection for 1 month, and I just thought, girl, you can't do that. You don't know how long your book club's gonna last. You cannot keep every book that you read from it. I mean, you can. Then I think about Marie Kondo, and I'm holding this book going, did it bring me joy? No, it didn't. It was a fun book to talk about. It's brought me great discussions, but will I ever read this again? No. Do I want to keep it because it has a great cover? Yes. But ultimately, I've decided to let it go. This next one, I DNF'd after 3 chapters. That's why this one's going. It's the first book in the Firefly book series, but it's not good. Other fans of Firefly that have tried this book, we've talked, we agree. It's just not good, and I could not make myself keep going. I even bought the audiobook to go with it, and even the narrator couldn't do it for me. It just felt so flat, so two-dimensional, and when you DNF it and you don't like it, and it's not a soft DNF, it's real easy to say bye to the book. The next one, I really wanted to love. This author was compared to Clarice Lispector. I don't see it, at least not in this one, and I know I will never ever pick this book up again. It's Hilda Hilst with My Dog Eyes. Now I might try some of her other stuff, but this girl will be getting it from the library because I just don't know about this author, so I'm not going to spend any more precious book budget money on an author I don't trust yet. We'll see. I'm going to try some of her other stuff, but yeah, real easy to say bye to that book. Now, this next one, for constant watchers, it's going to shock you. Go ahead, sit down, be prepared, get ready. The Empire of Silence by Christopher Rocchio. I know a lot of you are going, oh, what? You love that book. It's one of your top 2 reads of 2022 so far. What are you doing? It's not what I'm doing. It's what I did. Yeah. When you love a book this much, you're going to want to collect the hardback. I splurged. I spent a whole month of book budget to get this one in hardback, but I love it and I wanted to have the hardback because I know the series isn't finished. I'm going to be pre-ordering the books. They're all going to be hardbacks. I know that I'm going to want to be matchy-matchy, so that makes it easy to say bye to this book. Here's another one that may shock you. Cold Days by Jim Butcher. It's one of the Dresden Files books. I want to say book 14 maybe, 13 or 14. The reason why I'm getting rid of this hardback is because I bought it off eBay. It's the different size than the American hardbacks. This is a little bit shorter, and I actually don't even have the whole series in hardback. Most of them are the mass market paperbacks, which is the really terrible shaped ones. They're like tall and skinny, very uncomfortable to read. They're so shoddily put together. The pages, the print on those is not even straight, it's crooked. So I'm actually going to replace my collection, the really pretty Orbit UK edition paperbacks, the trade size. I'm gonna hang on to my other hardbacks because I'll probably do better to sell those as a lot. They're all the same shape and consecutive. This one is odd man out, so that's why I'm saying bye to that book. Another shocking twist. Leviathan Wakes, the first book in the Expanse series. I love the TV show, I love the book series, but I did get the really pretty 10th anniversary collector's edition with the hot pink pages and the foil and everything on it. So I don't need this one because the next time I read that book, I'm going to be reading that beautiful hardback. I can't wait. And hopefully I will be doing a reread of the first few books and continuing the series. I'd started reading it, and a lot of the short stories that come between the books were only on your Kindle, but then this past year, I want to say in March of this year actually, 2022, they came out with a hardback of all of the short stories, and I just decided to wait to get those. And the final 3 books that I'm going to be saying goodbye to are actually books 1, 2, and 4 of the Green Rider series. I have decided to DNF the series, and what happened here, I loved the first one, could not stand the second one, I loved the third one. This one I got 60% of the way through and I had COVID and I was listening to it on audio and I forgot everything that I listened to. I just wasn't retaining it, and I thought I'm just going to DNF it for now, and then that DNF turned into I am reading so many other amazing fantasy series that I love. This one is going to be put down at the bottom of the list. And then I thought, do I care about going back? No, I don't. I'm in the middle of 42 series, guys. I am a serial series starter, not a finisher. In fact, when I finish a series, y'all should really take note because I usually start them and never finish them, but lately I've started a bunch and I loved, and I keep starting new series like every month. I don't know, it's just a thing, okay? I'm sorry. So that is why I'm going to be saying bye to these books, and that's going to conclude all of the books that I have been able to bring myself to pull off my shelves and unhaul so I can make room for some new book babies that are on the way. If some of you sell on Pango, I would love for you to share your experience in the comments down below. That's where I'm going to try listing these. They're all in great condition. I'm just wondering how much of a profit I'll actually be able to turn off of it, in addition to shipping costs and then having to take them to ship them. Like all of that, is it going to make it worth it rather than just going in one trip to my used bookstore and handing over the bag and saying, here. I'll update you guys on that process as I go through it. So I would love to hear about your experience selling on Pango. I purchased off Pango, so I know about the purchase process. I'll just be all new to the selling portion of it. If some of you have been interested in selling on Pango and you weren't sure if it would be worth your while, if you want a video of me chronicling putting these up for sale and just monitoring how it goes, if I'm having to mark them down a whole lot, if it's actually worth doing it this way rather than going to the used bookstore, let me know. I'll do a video about that whole process and put it up for y'all. But with that, y'all, I'm gonna pop off here, go check the mail, see if any of my new book babies have come in to fill the holes that these babies will be leaving on my shelves. Thank you so much for watching today. Hope you have a great rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you in the next one.